already directed as it relates to those who are recording the proceeding. You will take no photographs in any fashion of the jury coming, going, sitting in the jury box, and the like. They cannot be included in any photographs. You also are prohibited from photographing any minor who will testify in this proceeding today. And my understanding is that there are minors who will be testifying today, and you cannot photograph the alleged victim who will be testifying first this morning. Those are the parameters as it relates to your being able to photograph. You also can't interrupt our proceeding in any fashion, which I'm sure that you understand. Do you have any questions?
Will minors be identified as such before testifying, so I know who not to photograph?
Yes, we will ensure, I will ask that the state identify anyone who is under the age of 18. All right. Thank you. Ms. Stone, do you have any preliminary matters before we bring the jury in?
I guess two questions, Your Honor. One is there was a question this morning in terms of the shot by Court TV while minors are testifying of the witness stand itself. It hits the bar of the witness stand. It doesn't show the minor itself. The question was raised to me. I said that was a question that needed to be raised to the court. So I don't know if that question was resolved or raised to the court. So that was the first question. The second one, I just wanted to let the court know, and I will indicate that the minor witnesses today are Zayla Carter,
Preliminary issues today.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Leary, do you have any preliminary issues? All right. As it relates to the issue raised by Ms. Stone, the only parameters that I have placed as it relates to the recording of this proceeding is as I have already articulated, and if the recording does not show the alleged victim or the minor witnesses, then they are complying with the court's order, and I don't have any issue with that, and I don't believe there's anything further to clarify. With that, please bring the jury in. And if you could please have Ms. Ali return to the stand.
May I step out to trigger?
Yes.
Thank you. you.
Please be seated. Good morning, members of the jury, and welcome back. We are going to continue where we left off yesterday, which will now be the redirect of Ms. Ali. Ms. Stone?
Thank you. Good morning, Miss Ali.
Good morning.
Miss Ali, I want to start yesterday. Do you remember when Mr. Kading was asking you about if you had indicated before you knew you were going to Iraq in October or on October 18th of 2024?
Yes.
Do you remember him showing you a document, Defense Exhibit 525?
Yes.
Okay. And he had you read lines 5 through 21 or 23. Do you remember that?
Yes.
On which page?
On page 73. You recall that?
Yes.
And you had indicated prior to him showing you that document that you didn't know when you were traveling. Do you remember that?
Yes.
May I approach, please, Your Honor?
You may.
I'll have you take that. Miss Ali, will you look at line 24? So one line past where Mr. Kading had you stop reading.
And just for the record, Ms. Stone has provided to the witness exhibit 525.
That's correct.
Now that's me pausing. Let me tell y'all what I see right now. It's like 80 of us in here, right? I got all the 29 likes. Y'all doing me like that? Really? And I know I've been chatting with more than 29 people. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up for me. Let's get that going. Hook me up. Let's get out here so everybody else can find this wonderful, wonderful community, right? Right? Let's hit that like, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's free, right? I surely appreciate it. Put your DNA on that, but right, the jewels, like we all have to have a hall pass, right, to enter. They're gonna have to do the thumbs up when they come in, right? Or we're gonna have to put them out. Right? Just for all you that just rushed on in here, right? I know we gonna be here. I know. Just go back and just hit the thumbs up. We good. Here, I'm playing. Okay. Let me go back to the testimony before y'all get mad at me. Here we go, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor. And do you see line 24 on there?
Yes.
So when Mr. Kading asked you about lines 5 through 21, and then I believe you clarified to 23, at line 24, did you indicate to Mr. Kading at the time of that interview that you did not know when you were traveling?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll take that back. So were you aware of a trip to Iraq versus the trip to Iraq? Is that a fair distinction between those two things?
Yes.
You had talked about, Mr. Kading also spent some time talking to you about your school attendance. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And have you skipped classes?
Yes.
Are there any classes that you particularly disliked or skipped more often?
Yes.
What class was that, or classes?
English.
Why English?
It's hard for me to really like learn.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have you adjust the microphone. It's a little hard to hear you. Thank you.
So you skipped classes, other classes besides English,
Yes.
but English is the one that you remember the most?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you skip classes, generally, where would you go? Did you leave campus? Did you go somewhere else? I mean, generally, if you were skipping a class, where were you going?
To the bathroom.
So staying at school.
Yeah.
I believe Mr. Kading asked you about a 504 plan yesterday. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
What is a 504 plan to you? What does that mean to you?
Like extra help, and teachers will like help me more with like assignments.
So is a program at school where you believed you could get extra assistance?
Yes.
Was school easy for you?
No.
Was that just for English or for other classes?
For other classes.
What classes do you like the most? What classes were easier for you or did you like the most?
Math.
Yeah? What else?
I like art class.
Okay. And did you ask about a 504 plan with your parents?
Yes.
Okay. Were they supportive of you getting a 504 plan?
No.
If you, Mr. Kading asked you yesterday, or said you didn't tell your parents things, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that a fair statement? Did you not tell your parents things?
Yeah.
Okay. Why wouldn't you tell your parents things?
I was afraid.
Okay. Were you comfortable telling them things that you knew they wouldn't like?
No.
Would they like knowing that you were dating at all?
They would not like that.
They would not like that.
Yes.
Was it dating in general? Was it dating Isaiah? Was it dating boys? Like any part of that?
Dating in general.
Dating in general was not okay.
Yes.
What kind of vehicle does your mom or Haneen drive? How would you describe what those vehicles look like?
My sister Haneen would drive like a box looking car, and it's like silver and black.
What about your mom?
I think it was like brown, and it was just like a normal regular car. It wasn't like a box shape. It was just like slim.
Okay. So you're really soft spoken, and I know it's difficult, but I'm just going to ask you to speak up a little bit, okay?
Yes.
So if I understood what you said your Haneen drove a box looking car that was like silver and black,
Yes.
and your mom drove a brown car that you said was just like a regular car that was slim. Is that right?
Yeah.
And when you say slim, do you mean like a sedan style car or like a truck like your dad?
Like a sedan, not like a truck.
Okay. Do you know what brand either of them were?
No.
Okay. And when you describe your sister Haneen's car as a box car that's silver and black, where is that silver and black on the vehicle? If you
The
recall?
silver was in like in the front, like where the lights were, like at the front, and the black was in the back, like for like the second door.
Okay. Do you remember yesterday when Mr. Leary asked you about your mom and who she was saying my daughter to? Do you remember that line of question?
Yes.
And Mr. Leary had you look at against Defense Exhibit 525 and line 55. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he asked you to look at line 23. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. May I approach, Runner?
You may. You said line 55. Is that page 55?
Page 55,
Thank
line
you.
23.
All right. You may approach.
Thank you. And again, Miss Ali, I'm going to ask you to look at page 55. Look at lines read 23, but also read 24 and 25, please. And was that your only answer to Mr. Leary as to initially you thought it was to you?
No,
What else did you tell Mr. Leary during the course of that interview?
I said to me or to someone else. I don't know. I just know that.
Thank you. So is it fair to say that during those interviews, you didn't indicate you knew exactly who it was to? You thought it might be to you, but it could have been to someone else as well. And then you said, I don't know. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
And that was indicated in the document as well, correct?
Yes.
When Mr. Leary was talking to you yesterday, do you remember him talking about your mom and how your mom was holding you?
Yes.
Do you remember Mr. Leary gesturing with his arms low and around? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Is that how your mom was holding you?
No.
How was your mom holding you?
Like I said, around the throat, around my neck, and my chest.
Okay. He also asked you if you thought your mom was trying to hurt you at the time, and you said no. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you want to believe that your mom is trying to hurt you?
I don't want to believe that.
How do your parents normally hold you if they're comforting or hugging you? What does that look like?
I don't know.
And what do you mean by I don't know?
It's really rare for me and my mom or my dad to hug.
So you don't have a good baseline experience for hugging with your parents?
Yes.
Is it fair then to say that they're not big huggers?
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kading Recross.
Ms. Ali, you indicated that when you skipped class and such, you stayed at the school.
Yes.
Is that every time?
Yes.
Okay, on January 25th, 2024, 9:07 in the morning, that's a Tuesday, you were not at school, were you?
I don't remember that.
You were at Safeway? You remember that day?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you skipped school that day, you were at the Safeway?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't always stay at school when you skip school?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I just asked you, do you always stay at school, and you said yes?
Well, that time I didn't remember, but now I remember.
Okay, but your answer was yes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not true, right?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Sustained.
Thank you.
Mr. Larry Recross.
Thank you for coming back.
So back to our conversation yesterday about the interview that we talked about. And I
Yeah.
just want to be accurate. So when we were talking about you hearing your mom say, my daughter, you initially said you thought that she was saying that to you, correct?
Yeah.
And then I said, to you, ? And then you followed up and said, to me or somebody, I don't know.
Yes.
Just that she was saying my daughter more than one time. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to be accurate, right? So initially you said, I thought it was to me, but it could have been to me, it could have been to others, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And that you described her tone as sad, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, Ms. Stone followed up and said that you don't want to think that your mom wanted to hurt you, correct?
Yes.
And that's fair. You told the police that night at the hospital that you didn't think that your mom was trying to hurt you, correct?
Yeah.
And that you thought that she was trying to protect you from the chaos, correct?
I don't remember that.
Okay. But if an officer came later and testified to that, would you disagree with that?
I don't know.
Because it was chaotic, right?
Yeah, it was chaotic
Okay. And that she's holding you from behind, correct?
from my neck and my chest.
Okay. But she's sitting behind you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing further.
Ms. Stone, any further direct examination?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
And may this witness be excused, or is there a potential of recall?
Subject to recall, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so at this time, you may step down and step out of the courtroom. Thank you. Ms. Zoe, you may.
Wow, guys. So what do you guys think? Did the prosecution team redirect her? I think they did. I think they did. You guys have to let me know, because I'm like, we know she's tired of being up there. I'm tired for her. And they got her subject to recall, right? Really? This is what we doing? So there's a great possibility that she may have to return to the stand. Right? I don't know. And for her to say that, in regards to her, when they asked her, how does it normally feel to be comforted by your parents? For her to say she doesn't know, it breaks your heart, right? Those, that's your first love, right? Your parents. Right? And vice versa. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to be another minor to the stand. I'm assuming that's something with the boyfriend. Either he's going to testify or the mom's going to testify today, because I couldn't imagine, unless they just really want to see the Alis go down, right? Which is very possible. Like they're going to be there for every day of court action, right? And like, what do you do with this? It's so heartbreaking. Let me see what we got in here. Baca said his blink rate is extremely high. Film Freak says, I hope not. Stella Iris, 88 Iris, my bad, says there was the other daughter there. Yeah, she was up there at the scene. Yep. The Jewel says, yes, that was definitely awful to hear, right? Juicy Talk says, how do you lead this country because of the way you were treated and want more freedoms, and then they treat your parents like crap?
I was a junior.
So sad for this child. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And Zayla, what time does school get out each day?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay. And then back in October of last year, how do you normally get to school each morning?
I ride the city bus.
Okay. And when you say the city bus, is that the inner city transit bus?
Yes.
Okay. And how about after school? How do you get home?
I also ride the city bus back home.
And can you tell the jury where the city bus stop is in relationship to Timberline High School?
It's right in front of the school.
Okay. Zayla, do you know someone by the name of Fatima Ali?
Yes.
How do you know Fatima?
Through school.
Okay. Are you friends with Fatima?
Yes.
Okay. And do you call her Fatima or do you call her something different?
I call her Ali.
Ali? Is that her nickname?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you still friends with Fatima?
We talk sometimes.
Okay. Do you know someone by the name of Isaiah?
Yes.
And how do you know Isaiah?
Also through school.
Okay. Are you friends with Isaiah?
Yes.
Okay. Zayla, I want to bring your attention to October 18th of 2024. When school let out that day at 2 p.m., where did you go?
I went to the bus stop in front of the school.
Okay. And when you got to the bus stop, was there anyone else that was already there?
A lot of students were already there. I
Do
got
you-
there a little late.
I'm sorry?
A lot of students were already there because I got there a little late.
Okay. And when you got there, you mentioned there were a lot of students already there. Did you recognize any of them?
Yes.
Who did you recognize? And you indicated when you got to the bus stop, Ali and Isaiah were already there. What were they doing when you first got to the bus stop?
I think Ali was arguing with her father.
Okay. And were you able to understand what they were arguing about?
No, I couldn't, but there was a boy named Noah that could understand some things.
Okay. When Ali and her father were they arguing in English or a different language?
It was in a different language.
Okay. And what were their tone? What was Allie's tone like when she was arguing with her father?
She seemed frightened.
Okay. What did you see or hear that make you believe she was frightened?
She was crying
Okay.
and she was talking in a really high pitch. And it just seemed like she was afraid.
Okay. And what about her father? What kind of tone did he have?
He was yelling at her.
Okay. And when Allie and her father were when they were talking to each other, what was Isaiah doing?
I think he was also trying to talk to him.
Okay. When you say talk to him, who are you referring to?
Allie's father.
Okay. And then what happened while they were arguing?
They were just going back and forth for a little bit, and then at one point, I think Allie tried to walk away or something, and her father grabbed her.
Okay. And when her father grabbed her, were you able to see where how he grabbed her?
Not the initial. I did not.
Okay. And when Allie's father tried to grab her, what if anything did Isaiah do?
He tried to pull her back.
Okay. And when Isaiah tried to pull Allie back, what was her father's reaction?
I think he punched him in the face.
Okay. And then after he punched Isaiah in the face, what did he do after that?
I'm not exactly sure, but I looked and they had fell to the ground, and he had Allie in a chokehold, and she was trying to get away from him, but she was like losing consciousness.
Okay. So if I'm understanding you correctly, Allie's father hit Isaiah, and then the next thing that you saw, Allie and her father were on the ground already?
Yes.
Okay. And you indicated that you saw them on the ground and her father had her in a chokehold. Chokehold means different things to different people. What did you see that made you say it was a chokehold?
His arm was wrapped around her throat and she couldn't breathe. Her lips were turning purple.
Okay. And when you saw Allie's father had her in the chokehold, what was your reaction when you saw that?
I tried to help her, but I wasn't strong enough, and a lot of other students stepped in at that point.
Okay. You indicated, Zayla, you tried to help her. What did you do?
I had hit him.
Okay. And you said and when you hit Allie's father, did he let go of her from the chokehold?
No.
Okay. And you also indicated other students stepped in. Do you remember who stepped in? And what did those students do when they tried to help?
They were hitting him and pulling him by his jacket,
Okay.
and other students were trying to get an adult.
Okay. And when you and the other students got involved, were you all successful in getting Allie's father away from her?
Um, I don't remember. I think so, but I think adult had stepped in at that point.
Okay.
Yes.
And you mentioned an adult has stepped in at that point. Do you remember where the adult came from?
He got out of his truck. He had parked on the side of the road.
Okay. And you indicated when Allie was on the ground, you indicated she couldn't breathe. What did you see that made you think she couldn't breathe?
She was gasping for air, and her eyes were rolling back to the back of her head.
Okay. Do you remember if at any point you indicated Allie's father was there? Do you remember at any point if any adult females showed up?
Yes, Allie's mom
Okay.
and sister.
Okay. And when Allie's mom showed up, do you remember what she did?
Um, I think she was trying to help her husband, with Allie.
Okay. And what did you see that make you believe that she was helping her husband?
When Allie had tried to get off, or when she had got away from her father, she had tried to run, and her mom had grabbed her, and she was grabbing her by the throat and stuff.
Okay. And when you saw Allie's mom grab her by the throat, do you remember what Allie did or say?
She pushed her away.
Okay. And at some point, was Allie able to sort of get away from that scene at the bus stop?
Yes, she was.
Okay. Do you know where she went?
She went into the high school.
Okay. And what about Allie's mom? After Allie went went to the high school, do you know where her mom went?
She tried chasing her.
Okay. And you indicated Allie's sister also showed up. At some point, did you end up trying to talk to her sister?
I did not talk to her personally, no.
Okay. And at some point, did the police arrive?
Yes.
Okay. And did you talk to any of the police officers?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember during the incident at the bus stop whether you indicated that the reason you went to the bus stop was because you were trying to catch the bus to go home?
Yes.
Do you remember when the incident at the bus stop was happening, whether the bus showed up at any point?
The bus going the other way, did show up, and the bus driver did get off the bus and try to interfere.
Okay. And Zayla, have you seen a video of this incident that was taken by one of the students?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to publish Exhibit 61.
You may.
So that's me pausing. Ooh, we are. I feel like a side chick over here. Like we got almost 140 people in this chat, right? Watching and enjoying and looking at this testimony. And we got like 49 thumbs up. Stop, don't treat me like a side chick. Like I want to be the main. Come on in and hit that like button. Right? And if you're feeling real frisky, go ahead and subscribe. But I don't want to be the side chick. That's right, OnlyFans. I don't want to be the side chick. Absolutely. Don't treat me that way. I'm gonna be the main pretty brown. I don't want to be. Ain't that how the main chick be? Like the side chick be like, well, wait a minute. Y'all don't be treating me like a side chick. Let's get it together. All right.
And Zayla, we see somebody.
Can you please indicate the time that you have stopped the video?
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize. The video is stopped at 00:11. Zayla, I'm pointing to somebody with the red dot, the big red dot, to somebody who is standing sort of in the middle upper portion of this video image, wearing sort of all black. Do you know who that person is?
That is
And what is happening at this point that we see in the video?
at that point they had been on the ground for a little bit and we were trying to get him off and we needed somebody to call 911.
Okay. And when you say they have been on the ground for a little bit, who's they?
Ali and her father.
And continue playing the video. I don't have any additional questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kading, cross-examination.
Just to clarify, good morning. Just to clarify one thing. The arrival of the two older women, did you know them?
No, I did not.
Okay. Had you ever been to Fatima's house?
No,
Okay. Had you ever met any other members of her family?
no.
Okay. So when these two women showed up then at the scene, do you remember when that was?
I think it was sometime after Fatima and her father were struggling on the ground.
Okay. And you indicated that you didn't have any interaction with the younger woman. Is that right?
I don't think so. I think I only had an interaction with her mother.
Okay. And do you recall telling her to get away and pushing at her?
No.
Okay. All right. And do you remember comforting Isaiah?
Yes.
Okay. And you recall holding him?
Yes.
And you stayed at the scene of the bus stop for how long?
I think 10 or 15 minutes after.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Larry, cross-examination.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. So at the time that the older woman, do you know who the older woman and the younger woman wearing the headscarves were?
I didn't know at first, but I did hear that was her mother and her sister.
All right, so you didn't necessarily know from before, but if I identify it as mother and sister, you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so at the point that mom arrived, Ali and her dad were on the ground, correct?
Yes.
And there were a large number of students around, correct?
Yes.
And the dad was actively being punched in the head, correct?
Yes.
Okay. By a lot of people?
Yes.
Okay. And so mom is trying to push through, correct?
Yeah, she did get through.
Okay. And then shortly thereafter, and was the bus driver already there at that point?
I don't remember.
Okay. How about the other adult who came in?
No, he was not.
He was not there.
No.
Okay. Would you agree that it didn't take the adult male long to kind of subdue dad? Is that correct?
Yeah, he put him into a chokehold. Also.
The passerby put dad into a chokehold.
Yes.
Okay. How long was the passerby having dad in a chokehold?
He did struggle with him for about a minute or two.
Okay. And so dad was fighting back for
Yes.
the passerby?
Yes.
Okay. Were you wondering if the passerby was winning or losing?
No.
Overruled.
Did you think that the passerby was losing?
No.
Okay. But was unable to control dad?
Was having a hard time controlling him. Yes.
Okay. And then during this time, your friend Ali, Fatima, was able to get away.
Yes.
How far away did she get?
She made it all the way into the school building.
Okay. Well, you described her mom grabbing her, correct?
Yeah.
How far away did she get before her mom had her?
She made it to the dirt to the sidewalk of the where we were at.
Okay. Did she get up and walk and run?
She was able to get up, or she had help up, and she was able to get to the sidewalk, and her mom started grabbing her
Okay. How far away did she get from where her dad was?
to the sidewalk.
I mean, so distance wise, like number of feet, if you can estimate.
5 feet.
Okay. And at this time, you are holding on to Isaiah, correct?
Yes.
So then mom's holding on to her daughter, correct?
Yes.
And then Fatima's able to, she lets go, and then she runs into the school.
Yes. Her and Isaiah run to the school.
And mom is how far behind?
She was right behind them for a second, but they started running faster than her.
Okay. And then did mom run, or did mom just continue to walk quickly?
I think she was just walking quickly at that point.
Okay. Do you remember yelling at Haneen when she was filming you?
Who?
The sister. Do you remember her? Do you remember yelling at the sister while she was filming you?
I'm sure I did.
Okay. All right. Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Redirect.
Sayla, when Allie's mom first showed up, you indicated she was trying to help Allie's dad. Was that your testimony?
Yes.
Okay. When Allie's mom first showed up, did you hear her ask Allie whether she was okay?
No.
Okay. Did you see her mom try to help her in any way?
No.
Okay. And you also indicated that at one point you told Allie's sister, you said something to her because she was filming you. Why did you tell her to get away from you?
Because I just didn't want her near me with the whole situation going on.
Okay. Was it and was she actively filming you as well?
Yes, but at the time I was unsure if it was her sister or her mother.
Okay. No further questions.
Mr. Kading, any further cross-examination?
Just to clarify that last point, Ms. Carter, when the two arrived, the mother and the sister, was it the mother or the sister who was looking at her father, or looking at the man on the ground? Sorry.
It was her mother, I think.
Okay. Did you see your sister arrive?
At some point, her sister did arrive. I
Okay.
think at the end of the whole entire struggle.
Okay. So after the mother.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Larry, any recross?
Did you hear her mom say anything?
She was saying stuff, but it was in a different language. I couldn't understand.
Any further direct examination?
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, Mr. Kading?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry? You are excused and you may step down. You're free to stay or go however you so desire.
Wow, guys. So that was very nice testimony to support Fatima's statement, right? We got to hear some of mom's involvement from somebody, a different perspective, all right, from a different view of what they saw and what they thought mom was doing, right? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the next witness, if it's going to be another minor or who they're going to have come up there. But that was interesting. And she was a very good witness for the prosecutors, right? Guys. I'm looking in the chat now. Yeah, I think the sister is pro parents. Yeah, OnlyFans. Yep, she was only worried about about her dad getting arrested, right? Very delusional. You know, the same thing that she was complaining to the cops about in regards to happening to her dad, regarding to her dad being choked, was the same thing that he was doing to her sister. But with this witness statement that just testified, I'm not sure if she saw all of that prior to getting on the scene, considering that they're saying that she got there pretty late. Okay, I know that we have the next witness on the stand. I'm going to go ahead and mute up, guys. Well, maybe they're not going to ask any questions of the witness just yet, right? Lisa S. says mom was helping dad because she knew if
Back in October of last year, how do you normally get to school each morning?
Inner city transit.
Okay. And then how do you normally get home from school each day?
I would take the inner city transit back home.
Okay. You indicated you're 16 now. Do you drive?
Yes.
Okay, is that better than taking the inner city transit bus?
Yes, it's a lot quicker.
It's a lot quicker. Okay. And the inner city transit bus stop, where is that located in relationship to Timberline High School?
It's right outside the school at like the front sign.
Okay. Caleb, do you know someone by the name of Isaiah Williams?
I do.
How do you know Isaiah?
Goes to my school.
Okay. Are you friends with Isaiah?
Um, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You seem a
We're
little.
not like best friends, but yeah, we've talked before. We've hung out.
I'm sorry.
We've talked before. We've hung out.
Okay. And what about Fatima Ali? Do you know someone by that name?
I do.
Okay. And how do you know Fatima?
She goes to my school.
Okay. And are you friends with Fatima?
I am not.
Okay. Caleb, I want to bring your attention to October 18th of last year. After school got out at 2 p.m. that day, where did you go?
To the bus stop.
Okay. And why did you go to the bus stop?
I was waiting for the bus to go home.
To go where?
To go home.
Okay. And when you first got to the bus stop, who else was there?
There was a man there.
Okay. And you mentioned there were about 15 students. Did you recognize any of the students?
Yeah, some of them were my friends.
Okay. Who were your friends? And what about Fatima? Was she already there?
Yes,
Okay. And what about Isaiah?
he was there.
Okay. And you mentioned there was a man there as well. What was the man doing when you first got to the bus stop?
He was like aggressively talking to Fatima and Isaiah.
Okay. When you say aggressively talking, what do you mean by aggressively talking?
When I had walked out there, I observed him like kind of moving his hands around, like flailing them and like kind of like yelling and like more. He had like a look on his face like he was mad or upset.
Okay. And when the man was yelling at Fatima and Isaiah, were you able to understand what he was saying?
I was not.
Okay. And while the man was yelling at Fatima, what if anything else happened while that was happening?
Everybody was just kind of like confused on what was going on and like what he was doing there, why he was like talking the way he was to them.
Okay. And then at some point, while the man was yelling at Fatima, did Isaiah try to do anything?
It looked like he was trying to get him to like go get away from them and like kind of antagonize or like get rid of the situation.
Okay. And you indicated it looked like Isaiah was trying to de-antagonize the situation. What was Isaiah doing?
He was like one of the things I've heard, he was like trying to get him to like stop, but
So she's only asking you questions about what you saw or observed or heard, not what you have heard subsequently. Okay, after the fact.
I heard that he was telling her.
So you're not supposed to say anything that you heard. You're supposed to say what you remember or what you saw. Okay. So I'm gonna have Mizzo ask you another question.
Okay. And Caleb, when you while you were at the bus stop, you indicated that Isaiah was trying to de-antagonize the situation. Did you hear him say anything at that point?
Yes.
And what did you hear him say?
He told him to go away, like get away from the girl.
Okay. And what happened after Isaiah told the man to get away from the girl?
What was that?
What happened after Isaiah told the man to get away from the girl?
It didn't seem like he listened.
Okay. And what did the man do?
He continued to do the same thing he was doing.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
That's when I turned around and I was just like talking to my friends about what was going on, about why there was a person there, and why he was yelling or what was going on at the moment. And that's when we had like turned around because we had heard some like commotion, and he had like struck or like pushed Isaiah, and then that's when he had turned around and grabbed the Fatima.
Okay. So you indicated that after you heard Isaiah tell the man to get away from the girl, you stopped paying attention to what was going on with Fatima, the man, and Isaiah, and you turned back to talk to your friends. Am I understanding you correctly?
Yes.
Okay. And then while you were talking to your friends, you heard something else that made you turn your attention back to Fatima, the man, and then also Isaiah.
Yes.
Okay. And after you indicated when you turned around, you saw the man struck or hit Isaiah. After he did that, what did the man do?
He had turned towards his daughter. She had like backed up, and he had like lunged at her and like grabbed her kind of from behind.
Okay. And when when the man grabbed Fatima from behind, how did he grab her?
He kind of like wrapped his arms around her shoulder, like neck area.
Okay. And then after he did that, what happened?
They kind of like struggled, but he got her in a headlock.
Okay. And then when you say headlock, what do you mean by that?
He had locked his hands like this
Okay.
around.
So I see you had your left arm raised vertically, and you had your right arm going horizontally. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it was.
Okay. And then when you saw the man put Fatima in the headlock, were they still standing or were they on the ground at that point?
They were standing, but not long did they fall.
Okay. And when they fell onto the ground, did the man still have Fatima in the headlock, or did he release his grip from her?
He still had her in a headlock.
I'm sorry?
He still had her in a headlock.
Okay. And then so after the man and Fatima ended up on the ground, what happened after that?
He pretty much just kept her in a headlock until a pedestrian jumped out of his truck to pry his arms off.
Okay. And what you indicated that he had her in a headlock until a pedestrian jumped out of his truck to get him off of Fatima. Prior to the man getting out of his truck, did you do anything when you saw the man?
When I had first saw him struck Isaiah and like turned towards his daughter, I had first ran over and I grabbed onto his arm, and that's when he was still like fighting. He had like put her in a lock, and I'm still like on his arm, and then they fall to the ground, and I had like ripped his arm sleeve off of his jacket, and once I couldn't get his arm off of her, I started punching him in the head, and I kicked him a few times.
Okay. And when you mentioned that you ripped his sleeve. Why did you rip his sleeve?
I had like dug my arm in and tried to like pry it, and I couldn't get his arm off to the point where like the jacket had ripped instead.
Okay. And besides yourself, did any other students get involved?
Yes.
And do you remember who else got involved? What did the other students do when they got involved?
A lot of them were just kind of like telling him to stop and let go, and some of them were like tugging on him. But Isaiah had punched him, and Zayla was punching him as I was, and I'm pretty sure Eric was too.
Okay. And with regards to while you were on the ground as well, you indicated you were pulling on the man's jacket and then you were hitting him. While you were doing that, did you see what was happening to Fatima?
Yeah. At first it turned from like her trying to like grab his arms and stuff to like kind of like flailing her arms, and her eyes started rolling back, and that's when her face started turning purple and lips.
Okay. And then what happened to her after that?
She just completely fell limp. There was no movement.
Okay. And Caleb, did you see the video one of the students took of the incident?
Yes, I did.
And was the student who took the video, was that your friend Elijah?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to publish Exhibit 61.
You may.
And I'm stopping the video at 10 seconds. And Caleb, we see somebody in the video on the upper center of the video with sort of the gray backpack. Do you recognize that person?
The one with his hand out,
Yes.
that's me.
Okay. And then what are you doing at that point in the video?
Right there, I'm telling the bus driver who's pulling up to call the cops and some other students behind me.
Okay. And then do you know any of the people that ended up calling 911?
I don't believe anybody called before me. I ended up having to stop what I was doing to call.
Okay.
The bus driver didn't call, nor did anybody behind me.
Okay. And so you believe you were the first person that called 911?
Yeah, I had sat there asking people to call, and nobody was calling.
Okay. Starting the video again at 10 seconds. And Caleb, I stopped the video for the record at 15 seconds. We see somebody in the upper center of the video, sort of the hands we see right there. Do you know whose hands those were?
On screen right now,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's the girl's hands right there.
And just for the record, that Ms. O is using a pointer of sorts to highlight that area that she has described on the exhibit.
Thank you, Your Honor. And replaying the video at 15 seconds. And Caleb, do you remember whether you indicated that there were, the bus driver was there and then there was a gentleman who came out of a truck that came to assist? Do you remember if any adult females showed up?
Yes.
Okay, and do you, when they showed up, were you paying attention to what they were doing or were you still paying attention to what the man was doing?
It was a little bit of both. The woman that came up, it was just yelling, so there was kind of like a lot going on.
Okay,
So I wasn't really paying attention to her.
okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Keating, cross-examination.
Thank you. And Caleb, just so we're clear, you're saying that the man was there talking with his daughter and Isaiah before you got to the bus stop?
Yes, I had walked out there. They were there.
And at one point, you had told the police that you saw Isaiah get punched and go flying onto the concrete. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, is that your memory of that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Larry, cross-examination.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. How's your summer going?
It's going good. A lot of work.
What do you do for work?
I work at Taco Bell now.
So you described that there was a pedestrian, I think is how you described him, an adult male who
Yes.
came in and intervened?
Yes.
Okay. And was he successful in terms of intervening?
Yes.
Was it much of a struggle for him?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay. How would you describe
He had
his
kind of like,
actions?
he had jumped out, and like as soon as he got there, he had asked what was going on, and I kind of just told him, I was like, hey, this dude attacked this little girl, and he jumped on him and got his hands off of her.
And was there much of a struggle between the adult male and the pedestrian?
I would say like, yeah, strength wise,
Okay.
like it probably took power.
Okay. Did it take him a long period of time though?
Not really, no.
Did you see him put the adult male? Do you see the person in court here today who you saw interacting with Ms. Ali? And if you don't, that's fine.
I don't remember what they look like.
Okay, fair enough. Did you see the passerby put the man in a chokehold?
The dude that jumped out of the truck?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, so to your knowledge, that didn't happen?
Yes.
Okay. And we, in the video that we just saw, which was Exhibit 61, you could see Isaiah punching the adult male in the head, correct?
Yes.
And appeared to be connecting with the head.
Yes.
Hard punches?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see the woman attempt to have the people stop punching her husband in the head?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. And then when you talked to 911, how long were you on the phone with 911?
10 minutes, maybe.
So, and did it appear to them that they'd already had a call about this, or were you giving them new information?
It seemed like they just heard about it.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Zoe, redirect.
Caleb, you indicated a moment ago when defense counsel was asking you questions about the male that intervened, the male that came out of his truck and that intervened. Do you remember that line of questioning?
Yes.
And you indicated that the male that came out of his truck did not appear that it took him that much effort to sort of get the other male that was on the ground to let go from Fatima. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
Okay. And you, with regards to what you were trying to do, you indicated that you were pulling at the man and then you were also punching him. When you did that, did the man release his grip from Fatima?
No.
Okay. And when the other students got involved, did he release his grip from Fatima?
He did not.
Okay. And so if I'm understanding you correctly, in comparison to what you were doing to what the man from the truck was doing, it appeared he had an easier time than you yourself to get the other man to release his grip. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions.
Mr. Kading, any further cross-examination?
Just to clarify, so after the man intervened and got the grip loose, did you see the man on the ground move after that?
No, he kind of stayed there till the cops got there.
Did you see him move at all?
No. After the hands were free, he stayed there.
Okay, did it appear at that point that he was lucid?
Define lucid.
Did he look like he was looking around, or was he just laying there like he was passed out?
He was just laying there. He wasn't passed out though.
Were his eyes open?
Yes. I have video too.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Larry, any further cross-examination? Ms. Zoe, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, Mr. Keating?
No, Your
Mr. Larry? You are excused. You may step down. You're free to go or stay, however you so desire. Can I have a sidebar with the lawyers, please?
Okay, she doing a sidebar with the lawyers. So I guess this is a good time for me to refresh y'all. Y'all still got me feeling like a side chick. All right. I know y'all see that at the top of y'all thing when everybody typing in their chats and stuff. Still feeling like a side chick, not a main chick. I want to feel like a main chick. Take me out to dinner. Take me out. Show me off. Right? Show me off, right? That's what I want. Not that side chick stuff. Yeah. I think this is good information coming from these witnesses. The minors, like, thank goodness they were there recording, because I'm almost sure, like, if we didn't have recording, I have a good feeling that this would have been word versus word and kind of like a child abuse, right? Right, Fowler? Yeah, they treat me like a side chick. Like, even the side chick gets some play sometime. Some flowers or something. Come on, guys. So we can get out there. We growing, right? That's what we doing. We growing over here. It's a beautiful thing. You see. Hey. Okay. I know. Oh, okay, therapist, you know. Okay. I'm gonna put that over there. I'm gonna have to copy and paste and see what we got going on here. You saying figure that one out. Right? I'm about to put that over there on the side. That's right. Let's get these likes together. Just get these likes together. Right? Let's get it all the way together. It only take a thumbs up. That's all. And like I said, if you feeling frisky, go ahead and subscribe, right? We in here. We in all the courtrooms. You in the right place, right? No filters, no fluff, right? You don't even have to pay for this, right? This free. Just a thumbs up, right? It definitely helps us, right? People like me. So anybody that hasn't done it, I appreciate if you do it. Those that have, I definitely appreciate you. And everybody, all the newbies that have found me today or yesterday or however you found me, I truly appreciate it. I'm so thankful. This is something that I envisioned for a very long time, and I have me now an online family, and I am so excited about this. Like, truly exciting. That's right, Rachel. Yes, get me into that algorithm, right? So I truly, truly appreciate it. Let me go ahead and put us back in here. I guess I won't talk y'all to death right now, but I'm be watching. I'm gonna be looking. I'm checking y'all out. Treat me like the main chick, right? Woo woo. All right, guys.
The sidebar on the record.
I don't know why she be muting. I guess they don't want us to hear this. Yes. Yes, the jewel. Definitely very approachable. I like to have fun. No problem, Pinky. Yes, I am a down to earth. I am the person that you can probably find in the middle of the going shopping in the grocery store, listening to some music and dancing in the aisle. That's what kind of that's what y'all dealing with right here. And don't care who sees me. I will literally have my headphones in and I will be dancing in the middle of the aisle. And that's what I like to do. And they be like, oh, They probably be thinking I'm crazy, but I be so in my own world, like whatever. So it looks like the court has went on a small break, but y'all know I got that TiVo time, right? We got TiVo time. We don't have to do no break right now if we don't want to do a break. Unless y'all want to do a break. Y'all tell me. Y'all don't want to do a break. I can already tell nobody wants to do a break. Let's see here. Unless it's going to make me do a break. Yeah, I'm going to get y'all right back all up in there. Right back in there. This is the well, they showing this blurred out version, but mm, mm. Let's see. What I tell y'all? Yeah. All right, guys, we right back up in there because we had that TiVo time, right? I got y'all. If don't nobody else got y'all, I got you. Here we go. It's muted. She just talking to the lawyers.
Be photographed, and there is no permission to photograph an exhibit that depicts a minor. And if that was not previously clear, I wanted to clarify that. My bailiff also reported to me that there were some photographs taken after I recessed. There's no permission to take any photographs when the court is not in session, which would include photographs of the defendants as their presence in the courtroom. All right. Thank you. All right. Ms. Stone, any issues before we have the jury come back in?